Oh, yes. Once again, welcome to the Daily Huddle. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Chase Steele Gray. It's a fine pleasure to be with all of you intelligent, loving people on the day of love, actually. Happy Valentine's Day to those who believe in that, who flow with that, who are engaged in that. Welcome to Valentine's Day. Today, we have a very special guest, and quite frankly, it's kind of coincidental, isn't it? That we have the title today of What Does Love Mastery Mean? I'm going to tell you about our guest a little bit. Her name is Elle Ebizadeh, and she embarked on an electrifying journey of self-discovery and transformation. With Elle, a beacon of empowerment and personal growth, as a seasoned explorer of human spirit, Elle illuminates the path to resilience, guiding individuals through uncharted emotional territories with her transformative expertise in calling in the one, laser coaching, and conscious uncoupling. Picture of an adventure when individuals are invited to uncover their inner truth, navigate life transitions, and emerge as their own heroes. Elle's riveting narratives, drawn from real life triumphs over adversity, resonate deeply, offering actionable strategies and inspiring tales that captivate people who are seeking empowerment and self realization. I think those words you wrote were meant to move every part of my mouth with every syllable. I love that. I love that. Welcome to the Daily Huddle. Elle,
Thank you.
nice to see you here. What a great smile you have with your red glasses and your red lipstick, and it's just pow today. Great. Wonderful. Thank you for
Thank you.
being here. And I will tell you before I begin that beside my bed, I have a book called The Mastery of Love. And today's topic is, what does love mastery mean? So that's kind of an interesting little, right? Take us to the place for you, if you would just give us a short story on how you got here today. How does someone embark on such a lofty goal to search for this love mastery thing? How did you get here?
Yes. Thank you so much, Chase. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. And especially on this Love Day.
Right.
Uh, I mean, every morning I get up and I say, I'm here. Thanking God, universe, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm here with a purpose and a goal on a daily basis. So my story is I have since in my late 20s, I started my own companies. I always had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
My last company was recycling of electronics in LA. And I
Oh,
know.
okay.
So I was a certified collector for the state of California. So I had a contract with the cities in LA to pick up electronics. I did that for 12 years. And when I sold it, with my, I realized that my life partner at that time of 10 years, that there's something missing here and something's not working.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I really went and studied and took classes and to really dig deep and see what was the reason that this is not working. And I saw my own patterns in relationships and got my certifications. And when I understood what was my 2% of in this relationship and actually any other relationships
Mm-hmm.
that I had in the past that is not working, then I said, oh my God, I really need to share this with everybody who's uh, because love is the essential part of everyday living to me. And I believe that we're here to love and be loved. And a lot of clients that come to me, they don't they know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. And
Right.
I was in that same space. So that's my story, and that's why I'm here today. And
Excellent. Excellent. I want to say, I want to comment on something that you said. You
okay.
said, I realized that something was missing from my relationship, and then I went to go get my certifications.
Oh, okay.
Let me understand what that means because we've all been in a situation that may have not worked for us. What was it that said, when I get certified, I'm going to be able to handle this? And what do you do to certify yourself in
Oh,
understanding or getting around this love thing? That was fascinating to me when you said that.
yeah, it took me 2 years to really go dig deep and understand my own behaviors and my own interactions. So one of the the items that I really understood about myself was that I'm a giver. So in my relationship, I gave and gave and gave
Hmm.
without even asking or communicating what my needs are.
Right,
So my he didn't know what I need because I never did communicate that.
right.
And I looked at my other relationships and I saw that I do the same thing.
So you knew what you wanted at all times, and you're a giver. I'm a giver too, by the way. So I understand that language perfectly. Did this come from the way you were raised? Were you raised in a household where the parents were always holding you and touching you and telling you they love you and all the things that I guess we would call optimal? Maybe everyone would not. Was that where you came from?
So you're getting to that limiting beliefs. Yes, no. So in my so I had that's why I had to dig deep and understand what was the reason that I cannot communicate what my needs are to my partner or anybody in my circle. And I really give them what they need in
Right.
order for them to stay with me. I'm originally from Iran, so my grandmother which was my first caregiver,
Hmm.
uh, left Iran to come to move to US when I was around 6 or 7,
Right.
and without telling me that she's leaving.
Oh,
Yes, so that part uh, in my thinking was okay, everybody that I love will leave me. So I do anything and everything to keep them.
right.
So that's what I did with my ex. I did anything and everything to keep them so I won't be alone. So
Yes.
that part of me that was my limiting belief that I'm not lovable, nobody loves me, everybody leaves me, all that stuff. So I had to kind of go and understand that was my assumption from that whatever that happened when I was 6 years old. So a lot of clients who come to me have different kind of limiting beliefs.
Thank you for that answer. I like that. What right now? So you talked about your situation before and how you came up out of it and got an understanding and your certification and so forth. Does that place you in a more fluid and open environment right now? Are you in a relationship that you love right now that you can nurture that is wonderful for you? Or are you choosing to step back and look at everything at a wide angle and protect the area now going forward?
So the first step is to have that relationship with
Okay.
yourself. So the part that self-love comes, yes, I worked on that and I love myself. And it's on a daily basis. I have to question myself if I'm doing this because I want to do it,
Right.
or is it because it's in my back of my head from the past. So that part of being conscious and loving yourself to ask yourself that question. Um, with my family, I had so I rekindled, went back and had a conversation with every sibling, with all my siblings, with my mother. So it was kind of starting over again, but in a way that uh, the I would love them and they love me back, and there's like boundaries that comes in. So
Right.
yes, I'm in a loving relationship with everybody around me at the moment. Yes.
Ah, I like the way you said that. I'm in a loving relationship with everyone around me, but you've chosen to stay solo in this particular part of your life. Am I understanding that?
I am, happily dating, but I'm not gonna. My needs are my needs, and
Right.
I haven't found that special, ideal, loving life partner.
Got it.
Haven't not yet. Yeah.
Understood. But you feel better equipped now than you've ever felt. Is that correct?
Oh my God, yes. I, I even look different. If you look at my pictures from like 7 years ago,
Yes.
5 years ago, I mean, you don't recognize till today.
Well,
Yeah.
I have looked at some of your pictures when I did some research on you, and you look beautiful to me. You look great. I mean, you
Oh,
looked
thank you. Thank you.
forward in your motion of doing what you do, which is interesting. And a picture is a picture. You could smile for 10 seconds and be miserable when the shutter closes. I understand that. Um, Also, what I wanted to ask you was, do you believe in this quest for mastery of love that we tend to attract the same type of vibrational partner over and over? I've heard people say this, that we go away, we cocoon, and then we come back, and there's the same person when we come back again. And what are we doing to attract that person? Or when we're in our workshop working on ourselves, what is it that we're going to do different? Because they say doing the same thing over and over and over again is insanity. Like you don't change anything and then you go back out into
Yeah.
the, you believe
So
in that.
yeah, you're talking about patterns.
Yeah.
So yes, I work with my clients about patterns.
Mhm.
I have my own patterns,
Right.
uh, and it's just being conscious about those patterns. And
Hmm.
as soon as you become conscious and you clean up and become, you befriend that younger self of yours
Right.
that has that trauma or any kind of, in the past, then you open yourself up and with your new energy, because you have that self-confidence, you have that self-love, you take care of yourself, and you know your limiting beliefs. And now with this new vibration, people who come to your life, you can tell right away if that person is for you or not. So I don't have those patterns anymore. And if it comes, I really can see it right away. So it is a way to do it, a way to
That is
go.
interesting. What you
Mhm.
just said in those last two sentences, you know, right when you meet somebody, they're for you or not. And I've had this conversation with people. I'm telling you. And I say to myself, outside of the sexual aesthetic thing that happens when you see somebody like, oh wow, nice looking person, or oh wow, I'm attracted to them. As soon as they open their mouth, the next, I don't know, 10 sentences, something falls in there. It's fascinating. It's like how I just started speaking to you for 10 seconds. And and then and then I realized that, and this is just me, I have to have a certain amount of compassion as well because some people just having a bad day, you know? But by and large, when you said that, a light bulb went off in my head because I was thinking about when people talk about that. Oh, I was talking to this guy and da 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 da, da, and then he said something really rude about his mom, and I was done. I was like, what? What are you talking about? So I'm asking you, would you agree that the the passageway or the this kind of meter that we judge it really has narrowed in this day
Yeah.
and age. Like it's something is different now. I don't know if it was because of what happened with COVID and everyone was inside, they got to know themselves better. I don't know what it is, but the triggers are quick now, by and
Yes.
large. By and large.
Yes. Yes. So that's why you're talking about the heart-to-heart conversation.
Hmm.
That's why my website and all I talk about is heart-to-heart coaching.
Right.
Because yes, imagine you meet someone and in 2 minutes you think that you know them forever. But
Hmm.
you meet someone and then they say, as you said, they say something and you just step back because that's not something that goes well with your heart. So it's all about that, knowing who you are, what you want, and then those interactions. If it's not heart to heart, then it's not for you. And that's it.
Yeah,
Simple.
I get that. I referenced Don Miguel Ruiz. I know you are familiar with Don Miguel Ruiz and the explosion of these books when they came out. But also, what I wanted to ask you was, what is your take on um, on love languages? Are they real? And do you have one that you stand by?
Yes, they are totally real.
Got it.
I did a Instagram post about that.
Okay.
And it's interesting because if you know your love language and you kind of talk to your partner about it, and if you know theirs, then it becomes easier to interact. For example, mine is the uh, I love somebody will tell me, "Oh, I love you. You're so beautiful
Mhm.
today." I mean,
Mhm.
just
Right.
expressing.
Right.
Uh, I don't care about getting gifts or not. It's okay to get it, but that's not mine. So, yes, it is important to know your partner's love language and yours as well. And the part is to communicate it. If they don't know and you just met them and you're having a conversation, and communication can be in a loving way. And that's how the other person, it will sit well with their heart as well.
Right. Quick piggyback question. Can
Mhm.
a person have more than one love language?
Sometimes, yes. Mhm.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. So, from the perspective of a man, in a year, right? In a complete year, what do we have that celebrates the woman, right? We can go Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, birthday, uh, 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 Christmas. You could have we could go on and on and on. My question to you is, what have you found as someone that has been, through some relationship issues prior, is the best way for a man or even a woman to express their love in a consistent fashion where it doesn't fall on these days like a big boulder? Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's a psychological glitch sometimes because the marketing of this holiday is everywhere. It starts way in late January. And I think there's this thing in the brain that says, if I don't do this, I'm done. My girl's going to hate me. If I do it, I have to do it authentically, but I don't want to do it. It's like all these conversations in the head. What do you think about that?
See, it's that communicate. This is where the communication comes along.
Right,
So when you're with your partner and you know their love language and they know yours. So let's say it's giving them flowers or
right,
doing cooking them like a beautiful, nice dinner that they love.
right,
Anything that it is. You don't have to do it on Valentine's Day. You can do it like every once in a while
right,
just to let them know that you love them. And I mean, just buying flowers, just one piece of a rose to bring it in, to give
right,
it to.
right,
So it's just anything that you feel that will make the other person happy would be fine. And any
right.
day of the year.
Right. That's my point. That's you said exactly what I feel. Right. I'm
Yeah.
just saying we live in a very highly commercial world, and everything just kind of gets the messages come in psychologically all the time, right? But this is where we're at. This is how it happens. Um,
Yeah, but Chase, if that special person only looks at Valentine's Day to get this and whatever they want, then and you think that you every day is Valentine's Day for you,
right,
then that person is not for you.
right, right.
So it has to be mutual understanding.
I did not feel I did not feel any obligation on this particular day to go crazy high in my last relationship, right? I was with a very loving person who always gave me great things and always was there for me. It was great. So we didn't have that problem, right?
Good.
The thing is that in this day and age, um, the today man, I see them. I see them in New York City all the time. When I go out today, there's going to be a group of men in front of all the major flower places with grimaces on their face, looking at their watch. I see it every year. Every year. Come on, let me get this thing. I gotta get home to my girl. I gotta give her these flowers. I just don't want to be. I don't want to have a problem tonight. Like it's just a stressful thing, right? And I'm looking at them going, "Oh, that's not. I just want to talk to them. I just want to go on the line and go. Come here for a second. But it's not that I'm an expert of it, but I'm just saying, like, the stress. Why the stress? Just relax, treat your woman good all the time. Let
all
her
the
be.
time.
That's it. Like, get in that habit. Valentine's Day, boom. She's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
whatever, whatever. And it doesn't even have to be nothing. It can be something great on that day that you haven't done all year that's a little different, but you're still doing stuff. So I think it's
So
great.
so then that self-discovery comes. These people that you're saying they're standing there, getting the flowers at the last minute to take home,
Yeah.
those people that really don't have that heart-to-heart conversation with their partner. And they think that that flower that day, it will change their interaction. It may do it in that day, but then what happens the next day or the next day after? So it's
It's true. And then they get punished anyway because flowers are the most expensive today and yesterday. So now you're mad and more money's coming out of your pocket. It's the craziest thing ever. So I want to take some questions from anyone who has a question right now for Coach Elle. I would love to hear from you. Anyone? Love has us silenced today. Isn't that fascinating? So here's the thing. Um, I'm glad we're having this conversation, and I think we could probably go an hour if we wanted to, because there's a lot of different concepts that I have going around in my head. Because I study love. I'm not afraid to say it. I study love all the time. How it makes me feel, how it makes other people feel. I have books on it, and there's some basic themes that always show up. Can you give us, through all your studying and all your certification, give me one gem that a male or a female can use at any time of the year? When I say a gem, I don't mean something tangible. I just mean something psychological, a word or two or a sentence that we can bite on to or chew on.
yes. So I invite them to do this exercise and
Ah, we
see.
have an exercise. Good, good.
Yes. So and I give it to all my clients. So in the morning when you get up, uh, just to practice self-love, look in the mirror into your eyes and say to yourself that I love you. You're gonna have a great day. And see if you, first of all, if you can do it, because I had clients that they could not look in their eyes and say I love you.
Really? Look in their own eyes.
Yes,
Huh.
because the past, the shame, the anger, all the sadness from the past comes.
Right.
And I had a client that it took him actually a month to, so we kind of process it together for him to say that in the morning. So just practice that, see how it makes you feel. And the other thing would be uh, for your self-care, uh, put alarms on your phone, and every 2 hours, twice a day, or any whatever you want. And when the alarm goes off, really sit down and go within and say, what do you like to do now? What do you like to go for a walk?
Mhm.
Do you like to go get coffee? I
Right.
mean, just that uh, consciousness of
Huh.
that you're in your body and you're in your,
Wow.
not in your head, but in your heart for that two
I
two
like
minutes.
that. I like that. A love alarm. I've never heard that before. That's amazing. Let me go to Haleh because she has her hand raised. How are you?
Good day and happy love day every day to each and single one of you.
Yeah.
And Coach
Thank
L, I love you and love seeing you. And thank you for everything you shared. I want to confirm on what she said. Looking in the mirror every day and telling yourself, I love you. This is a practice that I've been doing years and years because I hated myself. I didn't love myself. And the first time I keep a mirror actually up to this day next to my laptop, and
Oh,
I remember to look at myself and say I love you. I did not love myself, and I did end up in a physical abuse marriage, and it is so important to love yourself, and I'm luckily blessed to be out of it after 4 years. But that is a true blessing. And also the person that I was taught about that stayed in me up to now was our beloved Louise Hay. Many of
Wow.
you knows that. So that stayed within me. So that is such an important aspect. And I wanted to just say how much I love hearing that. And it is difficult because it was very difficult for me to do that. Thank you. Thank you. Love
Wow.
that.
That's amazing. I'm still thinking about that. That it's hard for people to do that in the mirror. Wow, that's powerful. Florence, come on in.
Okay, so my question, good morning, everyone, and happy Love Day. My question is, how do you differentiate what is your love language from maybe what it is that causes like codependence? Like, yeah.
It all goes back in your childhood.
Childhood, yeah.
Childhood, yes. So there's a book that says 4 love languages. So I invite you to read that. It kind of goes deeply and see which one sits well with you. The codependency part is understanding who you are and what your needs are. I mean, if you know that, and then you communicate that with your partner lovingly, then, and you do your own, work or whatever you have to do on a daily basis, and then you get together and have a conversation, and you don't depend. I give you an example. I had a client was married for 25 years, got a divorce, and we were working together. So one day she comes for our session and she said, I figured it out. And I said, what? I stayed in that relationship for 25 years. One of the reasons was I love the house. So explore and see what is it that you are depending on the other person, because you can provide everything for yourself. And yes, you can have a partner that you can give and receive. But then understand what that dependency is. It of that childhood part. There was something missing there. So we need to do some work on that.
Yes, I think that's why I asked, because I might say, oh, my love language is and I've read some of that. I don't think I've read the whole book, but I might say that my love language might be, oh, I would like that partner to be someone who can listen to me, and when like I can communicate with that partner and all of this. However, I have come to realize that I'm lacking, like my whole life I lacked affection. Like I don't feel I received the affection from my parents. And so then I feel that I could be like so dependent on that person to be affectionate to me. So I will be confused now. Is this my love language, or is this codependence? And I feel I need to be very clear about those two.
Yes. So can I suggest something?
Yes.
Yes. So if you have not received that loving, the hugs, and the first step would be to give that love to yourself. Hug yourself. Talk to yourself in a loving way. So those are the first steps, providing those that are missing in the past for yourself. And then interacting with people like a good friend or anybody that you can communicate that, or a coach. So you can go step by step and providing that for yourself, understanding that has what was missing in that past. And now that you're 20, 30, 40 years or 50 years old, you can provide those for yourself. And then talk to that. Yeah. I have an exercise that I do with my clients. We talk to that younger self, and from that 50-year-old place. So there is ways to do it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Excellent. Thank you. Great question. Rashida, I don't want to leave you hanging out there. What would you like to say?
Thank you so much, my dear brother. Thank you, Coach Ella. Thank you for the point. I wish everyone would take away some little nugget from the whole conversation, because trust me, everything that you say, 2 thumbs up. And I would say to everyone, no matter how you're looking for love outside of you, please, it started from inside of you. Don't go nowhere, just right there in the mirror. Love yourself, love, and any else love you're looking for, it will find you. But love yourself first and start from you. No matter what, start from you. And with that, I'm out, but I'm still here loving me.
Beautiful.
I
Yes.
agree 100% with her. 100%. What else can you say after that? She knocked it out. Elle, it's been a great pleasure having you here, as I knew it would be. And I would like to bring you back again on another episode, because there's a lot of things I think we could unpack. I really do. So thank you so much for being here. As we always do, we leave with our tenets that we love and respect, right? First of all, to love out loud, love bigger, love kinder. Also, move your body, right? Move it to the point of your body's feeling this whole new movement. Laugh.
Exactly.
Don't take things so seriously. Laugh out loud, right? Also, sleep more. Give yourself more sleep so that your body can flow in a much calmer way. Boy, do I know it. Plant-based. Eat mostly plant-based if you can. That would be just an amazing thing for you. It always is. I do it all the time. Give it a shot if it's something that you haven't been able to do 1 or 2 days a week, obviously. Also, challenge your assumptions. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Make it something that's very specific. And also today, I'm going to leave you with a quote, one of my favorite quotes by Mark Twain, which intertwines into this day, right? And the quote is, "Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it." By Mark Twain.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Have a great afternoon, everybody. Be well in your day.
Can I say something? Sorry. I have a workshop tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time about the Love Master. We're going to go into details, and you can ask questions at the end. So if anybody...
We have information, right? You put it on there.
I'm going to put it on there right now. Yes.
Okay, well, we have your information on your bio, and I think, I'm looking at it right now, I think people can get to you from there. Is that not true? Because once she puts it on, we're going to probably get cut off. So I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I can send it to you. I don't know if you have it or not, but yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate your presence.
One love, guys. One love.
Have a great one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.